I came back from deployment to find my wife cheating on me with another guy. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we've got a story from our /surviving infidelity where Op came back from deployment to find his wife cheating on him with another guy. Before we start, if you have any personal stories of how you got out of a toxic relationship with your cheating wife or girlfriend that you want to share, feel free to email them to me. Let's get started. First story. You know, being in love is probably one of the most beautiful things in life, but it's also one of the most dangerous things. Life is all about risk, I know that. I joined the Marines as a private. Now I'm a corporal. Busted my ass, but I'm here. I want to stay a Marine for the rest of my life. Or at least I wanted to. I'm in a tough spot. I married my wife 3 years ago. When I married her, I was so in love. Everything she did made me smile. How she looked at me, how she smiles, laughs, plays with her hair, I loved it all. Now I don't know if I love this woman at all. I was deployed for 8 months. Now while I was at the base, my brothers at the base would always tell me women only marry Marines for benefits. You know, benefit pays, healthcare, education, vacations, all that. They say wives get lonely when we get deployed and bring home a friend while we're here. I didn't listen to any of this. Not all women are like that, right? Well, I don't know anymore. It's not my place to say every woman is like this, but this woman was. When I flew home, I had to take a 12-hour flight. I wanted to see my family so bad. A wife and a beautiful princess. Being away from my baby is like getting punched in the stomach a billion times until I see her again. Although, I chatted with her all the time. I go inside thinking they were there. I saw no one home. I sat down waiting for them. Called my wife, but she didn't pick up. No text, nothing. I went to the kitchen and I started hearing some thumps. It's coming from the basement. When I opened the door, I heard a guy moaning. I head down quietly. It benefited me that we have a very soft furry carpet. And there she was. God, I want to gouge my fucking eyes out. I caught my wife giving a writing someone I graduated high school with. We weren't best friends or anything, but we did know each other. I couldn't believe this. Now I don't play this crap. I jumped on the bed and beat this man up. Not brutally like other guys do. But enough to give him a black eye and a busted lip. He knew she's my wife. He knew I was away. My wife was screaming not to hit him. That she's sorry. Does it fucking matter now? From that moment, my home was being at the base. This home is nothing but ruined memories. My brothers were right about marriage, about my wife. Never again will I trust my wife, or if I divorce, I want to stay a Marine, which means it'll be a waste of time to marry again. Yes, we are still married. This was not too long ago. I regret staying with her every day. I look at her now. When she smiles at me, I just look away. When she hugs me, I just look at something else, putting one arm around her. When she tries to kiss me, I turn my head. Our favorite thing was to try out something we've never eaten before. We would go to other states just to eat at the highest rated restaurants. We haven't done that since before the day I left for Asia. I'm just not in love anymore. When I talk about divorce, she jumps on me saying she's so sorry, showing fake tears. That she will never do that again. That she loves me. She confessed to sleeping with him 3 times. I'm all over the place, I know. So, while I was away, the entire time, she only slept with him 3 times? Yeah, okay. I'll be honest, I probably should be nominated for being the most distancing husband. She cries to me saying she misses me, that what she did was a mistake. That she'll do anything for us to be the same as before. We don't argue, but we are more than distant than enemies. She constantly suggests for us to go see a counselor. All they're going to do is tell us to make up. Anything that involves touching her, or making eye contact for more than 1 second, I'm not doing it. That's why I'm not going. I wasn't worried about my daughter. She looks so much like me. She has my ears, eye color, and my blonde hair. I don't need a DNA test. And even if she wasn't mine, she'd still be my daughter, because she's my life. I would never leave her. She's the reason I don't divorce and finish off my marriage. One of my brothers at the base didn't rub it in my face. I remember them saying, when you go home and find your wife on your bed with someone else, we are going to say, we told you so. But he didn't say that. He said I'm ruining my life with the wrong person. He said if I don't divorce, I will be miserable when I could find someone great. I don't give a shit, right now. I just want to go back home. But due to this pandemic, it won't happen. I wish everyone a blessing and stay inside safely. Now let's look at some comments. Soulmant wrote. Come on devil dog, you know the drill. Ain't no sense in looking back, Jody's got your Cadillac. Stay in the Corps. It's a great life. I'll never forgive myself for getting out after 8. Got out for a woman and that woman cheated on me. You've got your brothers and can have girlfriends all over the globe. Let Jody have the cheater. She's not worth it. Mockingbird 82 Roger. You don't need her permission to divorce. If you wanted to end the marriage, you just visit the lawyer, without announcing it, and have them draw up the paperwork. She can contest it, sure, but that will only buy her time. Right now, it sounds like this marriage is just hanging on life support. I'm sorry that happened. Believe it or not all women marry into the military just to use a guy for benefits. Lonely is not the same as horny and disloyal. I've known many military wives who completely respect and love their husbands. But your friends are right, your uniform will, unfortunately, attract some real losers. Swansong Blue wrote. The sad truth, Op, is that you will never, ever be able to look into her eyes ever again and see anything even remotely resembling innocence. It will be there every time. Every time you go away, that guy will be back there banging your wife. If it's not him, it will be some other guy. Wives who fuck are known right around the camp. Even if you get posted, news of your wife's imminent arrival will be broadcast long before you've been assigned to a post. Military guys like to get their dicks wet, and word of availability and ease travels fast. It will also affect your chances of promotion. They don't want a loose wife causing pandemonium in the sergeant's mess. It's your call, Op. Good luck. McGrew 77 wrote. Your wife only needed you for the ba and TRICARE. You can stay married if you want, but this won't stop her from seeing other people. Once the wheels get rolling, she's not jumping off. I would venture to guess that you were told before getting married to not get married. From one vet to another, get rid of her and move on. Marriage and deployments usually never work. Women aren't going to do without. They can get the D anytime they want it, men don't have it like that. Good luck, Corporal. Friday PLIA wrote. Not all military wives cheat. My husband was deployed for 15 months, and I never strayed. He would be gone for days and weeks at a time, and I could have done whatever I wanted, but I never wanted to. Go to marriage counseling, and if that doesn't work, there is someone out there who will give you the love and respect you deserve. Thank you for your service. M_A_53 wrote. First, I want to say is thank you for your service. I really appreciate your work and just know that you are appreciated and cared for. Second of all, I understand that you aren't leaving your wife for your daughter, and I suggest you reconsider. I'll say this with the utmost respect, please reconsider for yourself and your daughter. She deserves to see her father happy. You owe it to yourself to heal properly. Without having your spouse staring at you and crying and making you feel disgusted with this entire situation. Total_Dick_move wrote. I can only imagine how hard this is. However, your daughter needs to see that you are healthy and have a proper relationship. It cannot happen with your wife. You need to be the example and show your daughter that cheating is a deal breaker. Your happiness means something. Nowadays, dads get close to 50% of the time. Don't stay for your daughter, leave for her. Miss Lovely 7 wrote. Speaking from a woman's perspective here. First, I want to say I'm sorry this happened to you, and I promise not everyone is like this. I'm sure a lot of women do get married to someone in the military for the benefits, but there are girls out there that do it for love. I almost married a military guy and found out he was cheating while deployed. I know if I find the guy that adores every part of me, I would stay loyal to the very end. It's scary to think that you can give your heart to someone and they could just go behind your back like that. I hope one day you meet someone special that will be great to you. I'll pray for you, wishing you the best. Thank you for your service. IndyCar Superfan wrote. Sorry Devil Dog, I was in 0351 and saw many marriages start and end during my enlistment. It's why I never married or even wanted a steady girlfriend when I was in. I waited until I got out to get married, and it lasted 12 years before my wife was unfaithful. So your statement about love being a dangerous game is spot on. I like my chances of going downrange with covering fire from drunk 0341s in nothing but a pair of skivvies, shower shoes, and a soft cover more than allowing myself to be in love with someone again. I'm damaged goods now, and I have PTSD far worse from this shit than I ever did from my time in the Marines. All I can advise you is that it's time to live for yourself and your family. Eject your cheating wife as soon as possible and try your hardest not to look back. That's the hardest part, not looking back. You will struggle and it will get worse before it gets better, and when you think it's getting better it will get worse. It's cyclical and you must stay the course. You will get there. Stay strong. Before we take a look at another story from our /surviving infidelity where Op's girlfriend cheated on him during basic military training, take a moment to like the video to show your support to the channel. Don't forget to leave your own opinion on the story in the comments down below. Second story. My girlfriend of 5 years is currently at a military base doing entry-level training, and she just told me that she slept with a guy on her platoon. They've done it 3 times, it initially started as cuddling. She never had thoughts of sex with him. According to her, he started getting naked, but fuck. The second and third time, she knew exactly what was going to happen. This happened after she FaceTimed me saying she was going to bed. She told me she was planning on never telling me about this since she'll never see him again after they graduate. After one of the nights, she was on the phone with me, telling me how much she loves me while he laid right next to her. She said she no feelings for him and has ended it. She has said she will do anything to win back my trust, including not drinking or going to any social event without me. She also gave me all her passwords. She decided to come clean because this guy caught feelings, and when she ended it with him, he revealed that he'd been previously cheated on before, and it was better finding out sooner than later. He was fully expecting her to leave her 5-year boyfriend for him. The truth of the matter is, she used him physically and had no intention of pursuing a relationship. I'm inclined to give her another chance. Her behavior is so unlike her. She has never displayed an ounce of infidelity in the 5 years, and she told me about this of her own free will because I had no way of finding out. Her actions and the way she behaved make me question her judgment. She says I'm the love of her life and promises to learn from her mistake. She has proved she loves me over the years multiple times with her actions. So, I'm not going to give up on us without giving it a chance. What do I do? I'm devastated and don't know how to move forward. I'm not concerned about finding someone else. I'm concerned that if I don't try to fix this, it will be the biggest regret, as I truly believe she's remorseful. Please help. Now let's look at some comments. Harlequin Buttcrack wrote, "You're not married, no kids. The fact that she could do this to you so easily shows that you don't know her and she doesn't know herself. If you cannot break up with her, fine. But never marry her. Never get her pregnant. Do not trust her with birth control duty." Nuarikandrium wrote, "Yeah, honestly you can give her another chance, just make sure you cuff her arm to your arm so she can never cheat on you again. Sarcasm, but in reality, there is a better woman out there for you. I read so many stories here where a betrayed partner finds the relationship of their dreams once they drop the cheating partner. If she can call you while she is laying next to another guy, you are just too nice and won't get away until you get burnt to a crisp." Lion Demental wrote, "She is damaged goods, no matter her intentions. You will never trust her again. It wasn't just one instance, there were multiple, and on top, she deceived you in her text. In one instance she sends you a beautiful good night text, and let me go fuck this other guy. In your eyes, every time she is not within sight of you, you will feel that gut feeling like a punch in the stomach. Can you spend the rest of your life thinking, looking, feeling, and make guarding?" Drongogo I wrote, "It was not a drunken one-night stand even, not that that's okay. It was fully premeditated and she is telling you 3 days. In reality, they always minimize as much as possible. More likely she tried getting it on with this guy but it didn't work out, so now she is back to you as the fallback option. That will continue till the next one shows up. Look, right now, even before marriage she has cheated on you. What's it going to be like later? Right now there aren't that many consequences, so you're not thinking things through. So, think about what you're signing up for. Later on, you will have to deal with an expensive and messy divorce, splitting assets, spousal support, child support, relocating, co-parenting, and finding someone new as a single parent. Who is limited in location options based on your ex? That is such a pain in the ass and such a big deal I can't even. Relationships before marriage are good because it's a trial period to assess the relationship, so that if it's not right, you get to cut it off before there are any really big long-term consequences. This one didn't work out, so much the better you find it out now than later. I know trying to start fresh can seem daunting. But she is just going to use you and dump you when it's the ideal time for her. Marriage should be something great, not dysfunctional even before it started. People have showed up on this sub when their partner cheated before marriage, ignored the experience of others here, and then later come back again after marriage with kids when, shocker of shockers, their cheating spouse cheated again, and they so wish they could turn back the clock and not make the stupid decision of marrying the person even when they knew they cheated on them even before marriage. Don't be that person. Kick them to the curb, cut ties, and focus on your next relationship. If there was ever a time in your life when you had to show some courage, now is the time. Focus on the next relationship. Try to be a person that person would want to be with. Whatever your hopefully soon-to-be ex says at this point is all immaterial drama. Who needs it? And whatever you do, do not get the cheater pregnant at this point. You do not want to be tied to this woman paying child support and other stuff for who knows how long. If you are to have sex, wear 10 condoms. Most importantly, get an STI test. It doesn't matter what she says about the timeline, etc. Don't let others play with your health. One bad shot wrote, "She will continue to cheat on you. Guaranteed. You are going to forgive her with no consequences. She is always going to be far away from me while surrounded by horny young men in great shape. She is going to fuck a lot of men and then spend weekends with you. Always wear a condom with her, or you will catch whatever nasty clap the guys on base are sharing with each other. Your relationship is doomed unless you enjoy being betrayed." Decorum 1 wrote, "I could only imagine the smirk on the guy's face as he is cuddling up into her as she is making sweet talk with you. Did she admit that the two of them had a good laugh at your expense? This woman has a scary degree of ability to disengage emotionally and compartmentalize, almost pathological. When she gets bored some years from now, stressed, and you guys hit a rough patch, she won't give you a second thought. At that point, you will be separating kids and years of acquired assets. Come back then, as many do, and tell us how staying with her was the worst mistake of your life." Obscurian wrote, "Dude, kick her to the curb. You can forgive a one-time indiscretion, but she slept with this guy 3 times. She also admitted she was never, ever going to tell you. Oh, calling you while the dude was right next to her? Talk about the disrespect. She's remorseful? That's not a reason to forgive and forget. The fact is she did it willingly 3 times, and only told you because the other dude guilted her into doing it. She's not remorseful, she's scared there will be repercussions for what she did. Listen, it's super easy to say no. It's one consonant followed by one vowel. People only have trouble saying no because they don't want to lose out on what they can get by saying yes. She didn't say no when he started getting naked, and she sure as hell didn't say no to getting his D thrice. So do yourself a favor and say no to her, please, for reconciliation." Visual Writing wrote, "I guess some perspective from a guy who was in training. It happens more than you think. Sexes are completely segregated, but it doesn't stop people from sneaking off. When we were allowed to leave base and party after 3 weeks, I had a married woman and engaged both grabbing at me the entire night and a few other dudes. The testosterone, stress, and being stuck together really brought out the crazy in a lot of women. Unfortunately, here is the truth about your girlfriend and her career: nobody forgets that shit. She'll be the star of the platoon. More than likely will be hit on by everyone, including superiors, as that reputation will follow her. So, want advice? Leave. She can't explain her actions, which means she'll do it again. What do you think about all of this? Do you have any advice for the op from the first story? Do you think the op from the second story should give his girlfriend a second chance, or is that relationship already doomed? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload.